Buenas, buenas. Merry Christmas. Feliz Pascual and Viva Año Nuevo and Nokaluna, si Dios Masi. Thank you again for being here. To all of our people at Guam watching on the YouTube stream, Docomo, GTA, si Dios Masi. I want to first start by recognizing my good colleague, Speaker Frank Blas, who's here for a continuation of our presentation for legislative certificates number 255-38. And these certificates, as you well know, are relative to the observance of December 10th as Insular Force Guard and Guam Combat Patrol Memorial Day. This was a bill introduced by Speaker Frank Blas, co-sponsored by myself, and signed into public law. We're very grateful, of course, for the signing of this bill into public law by then acting Governor Joshua Tenorio, which is now public law number 38-73. And of course, the gist of the public law is the observance and recognition of the service and sacrifices of the members of the Guam Insular Force Guard and the Guam Combat Patrol, and thus designating December 10th of every year as Insular Force Guard and Guam Combat Patrol Memorial Day. And so, as we anticipated when Speaker held the presentation, the first round, many people saw that. It was covered in the media. It was on the YouTube. It was widely shared. And what happened then was we did get some family members of those who had served on both the Insular Force Guard and the Guam Combat Patrol reaching out for us and wanting us to do a presentation and a recognition. And, you know, I'm very grateful that Speaker worked hard to accommodate getting this presentation done before Christmas. And just a little background. So the public law mandates that the governor form a commission that will carry out the observance of December 10th and this holiday. Now, as you well know, the law was just signed, I think last month, Fernand, right? Last month. And so the governor's still impaneling the commission. And so we're really anticipating a big recognition, a big celebration for December 10th of next year. But of course, we want to do what we can to recognize those who have come forward and sought this recognition in honor of the service and sacrifice of your family members. And I do want to give Speaker Frank Blas, we call him Speaker, so he gets to speak. And si Dios Masi as Speaker.
Thank you very much. And thank you all for being here. You know, both Senator Barnett and I both agree, as well as all of our colleagues. This is a recognition that's a long time coming. You know, there are many things, there are many events that occurred on this island that we hope and we pray that never happens again here or in any other place in the world. But that said, is that during those times of struggle, those hard times that we had, that our people had immediately before and after the war, are things that we should never forget. And this is but one way that Senator Barnett and I wanted to ensure that the events that occurred right around 1941 to 1945 are never forgotten. And with the memorialization of a day to commemorate not just the Insular Force Guard, which helped to protect our island, and they unfortunately were the first combatants on our island immediately upon the invasion of the enemy forces back in 1941. But then also honoring those that were in the combat patrol, those that helped to ensure that our people were safe and that the enemy was captured, and rightfully so. So after many years, on behalf of the legislature, on behalf of both Senator Barnett and I and all our members, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the services of your father, your grandfather, your brother, and if you're here, you. So thank you. Ndonkluna si Zeus Mosi and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Speaker Blas. And we'll go ahead and get the presentation started. And I think we'll start with the Insular Force Guard. Now, just a little historical background. The Insular Force Guard was comprised 100% of Chamorro men. And in the hours before the Japanese invasion, they were basically tentaggled by the occupying American force to go out and fight back the Japanese invasion. And so it just goes to show that they fought courageously and they fought with that Chamorro heart and that valor, and that the invasion Guam, the occupation of Guam didn't go down without a fight. A very valiant effort by the members of the Insular Force Guard. And so Speaker Blas.
So with It's fantastic because now I have to take off my glasses to read. So this is in recognition for the individuals, and I'll go ahead and read the certificate as is provided. This is certificate number 255-38LS, okay, introduced by Senator Chris Barnett and myself, as well as all other members of the 38th Guam Legislature. Presented posthumously to Hippolito Pablo Lizama, to Salvatore Giovanni C. Scambaluri, and to Wenceslao W. Mariano Santos. On the occasion of the first Insular Force Guard and Guam Combat Patrol Memorial Day on December 10, 2025, in honor of the courage, perseverance, and devotion to duty, the Guam Insular Force Guard is commended for exemplifying the highest tradition of service. Their legacy continues to inspire future generations, reminding us of the strength and honor found in unity and sacrifice. The Committee on Rules of Iminay 38 na Legislature in Guahan herein directs that this official expression of its recognition and commendations be forthwith sent on behalf of the Legislature in Guam and the people of Guam, signed and sealed on the city of Agana on this 5th day of December 2025 by myself as Speaker, by Vice Speaker V. Anthony Yata, the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules, by Sabrina Salas Maltanani, Senator and Legislative Secretary, and the sponsor to the certificate, Senator Chris Barnett. So at first, can we call from the family of Hippolito Pablo Lizama? And she's here also in behalf of Salvatore Giovanni C. Scambaluri. The family of Wenceslao Mariano Santos.
I don't know if you guys, AV, can capture this, but Speaker Blas's dog is wearing his Christmas outfit. And I don't know if the camera will. We'll show later. So our next presentation is to honor the families and loved ones of the men who served in the Guam Combat Patrol. As you know from the first presentation, my grandfather, Defunto Jose Santos Tenorio, was a proud member of the Guam Combat Patrol. And now the Guam Combat Patrol was formed in the waning days of the war, and it was comprised mostly of Guam police officers, of which my grandfather was one of them. And the Guam Combat Patrol was tasked with patrolling the jungles around the island and rounding up any Japanese stragglers who were still here at the end of the war and even in the years afterwards. And they were successful in apprehending and killing 170 Japanese soldiers after the war. And so we want to extend this recognition also to the families and loved ones of the Guam Combat Patrol. Presenting again certificate number 255-38, and this is presented posthumously to the family of the late Jose Arceo Cruz. And Auntie Lolita is the daughter of the late Jose Arceo Cruz. And the sister Rose. So the two daughters are here. We're very, very grateful you're able to attend. And next, we'll recognize the family of the late George G. Flores. And again, we're very blessed to be joined here by Auntie Mary Jane and her sister, the daughters of the late George G. Flores. So again, on behalf of a Grateful Island and her people in Dunklu Nesidus Masi. And next, we'll recognize the family of the late Jose D. Cruz. Jose D. Cruz. Plenty Jose Cruz, that's why. Okay, next we'll recognize the family of the late Juan Camacho Wistig. And also would like to just recognize the presence of Senator Luis Munoz. Sidus Masi. And so we're joined here by the son and the daughter of the late Juan Camacho Wistig. Sidus Masi. And just as a note, you know, we just had the law signed last month, and so we're really anticipating a true celebration and observance of this holiday next year on December 10th. And I know that's going to involve the presence of all of the families. So, you know, if you know how to work the Google Calendar, just go ahead and mark off next year, December 10th, and anticipate that you'll be contacted by the commission that is going to be in charge of observing the holiday. And so next we'll honor the family of the late Pedro A. Perez. And so Mr. Wistig is going to be accepting on behalf of the daughter, Melissa, who is unfortunately under the weather. And next we'll honor the family of the late Henry F. Titano. Okay. Yes, plenty Titano. So Mr. Taitano can't be here today because the apartments are getting inspected by Gora. Because the governor gave us the rest of the year off, so they have to finish all the work today. So Sijus Masi for accepting on their behalf. Are you accepting this one too for Juan P. Taitano? No, the family of the late Juan P. Taitano, Sijus Masi. And we're joined here by several of the children of the late Mr. Juan P. Taitano. So Sijos Masi. I actually ran into Uncle Carlos last night at the store, so he gave me a whole history lesson. So thank you, sir. And next we'll honor the family of the late David L. Lujan. And so we're here with the surviving son of Mr. Lujan, Sijos Masi, sir. And lastly, we'd like to present to the family of the late Jose S. Bukicosa. And we're here with the son of the late Jose S. Bukicosa. Sijos Masi Sinat. Yeah, so again, Undokulu Nasidus Masi. I just want to extend a big thank you to Speaker Frank Blas, who so graciously allowed my amendment to pass, and that amendment honored the recognition for the Guam Combat Patrol. And so remember, next year, December 10th, the law mandates that a commission will be formed, and there'll be charged with carrying out the observance of the holiday. And we're just really grateful for the opportunity to give this presentation and recognition to you and your families, especially before we hit the Christmas holiday. So again, on behalf of a grateful island and our people, Undonkulu na Sidus Masi, the biggest Sidus Masi, going out to your families and your loved ones for their service and their sacrifice. Viva Guam! Viva! And again, on behalf of Speaker Frank Blas and the entire 38th Guam legislature, just want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. And if we don't see you before the end of the year, we'll see you next year. Viva Año Nuevo. Si Dios Masi, Guau si Senador Chris Malfunction Barnett. Si Dios Masi, okay, esta, adios.